Hola. The most challenging thing about learning a second language is that Spanish is different than English. In many ways, they're very similar, but in some ways they're different, and that's typically the sticking points that students have. So today I'm going to go over one of those very common sticking points. Now, whenever you see two verbs together in Spanish, I want you to think of my truck and my trailer. I'll make reference to this a lot, so just be ready. With the truck and the trailer, when two verbs are together, they do not both do the same thing. They do different things. So this truck and the trailer are going to show you what they do. Now, in this slide, you can see exactly what they do. And I want you to note something very quickly. In English, when we use two verbs together, in English, we conjugate the first, I want, but the second verb stays in the infinitive, to pay. Now, a review for this is infinitive means the verb stays with the to in the beginning of it. Okay, to pay. So in English, I want to pay. We conjugate this first guy. We do not conjugate the second guy. Now, this idea actually came from one of my students, and she said her teacher at Toller High School used this. So I don't know the name of her teacher, but you should be very proud if you're from Toller, because this idea came to me from her telling me about how they did this in her class. So she said, we think of the first verb as the pickup truck. We conjugate that first verb because it's doing the work. Like in English, I want. So here we're saying necesito. That means I need. So we conjugate that first one. But the second one is really sitting on this trailer. And when a verb is sitting on a trailer, it's just being drug along. It's not doing anything. So to pay is not conjugated. It stays in the infinitive, just as it did in the English. So we conjugate the first, we do not conjugate the second. It stays in its infinitive. So down here, I need to speak. Okay, I need goes up here on the trailer, necesito. Remember, this is one of our AR verbs, so it conjugates into the O form. But the second verb, hablar, which means to speak, we do not conjugate it. We put it on the trailer and it just gets drug along. Okay, in this other example, desea. That means he or she or usted desires. Okay, so we're going to say he here. He desires to study. He desires. So since this is he desires to match up the subject, we're going to conjugate it, and it's going to be up here in the pickup doing the work. Okay, he desires. And then to study, we lay down here in the back of the pickup, in the back of the trailer, okay, because it's being drug along. Estudiar. That is the concept. If you have any questions about it, let me know. Adios.